Educator effectiveness. In many states, teacher evaluation reform has caused a great deal of controversy. In most cases, teacher evaluation methods have not changed for numerous years. Many methods used around the country today rely heavily on teacher inputs to the system and reflect on the way in which educators thought about teaching at that time. To this point in our educational history, teacher performance on evaluations has not been tied to student achievement in a specific way. Some of the questions that remain about the new evaluation model include: is teacher evaluation actually changing the practice of teachers within schools? Are teachers changing the way they teach in order to improve instruction? The question remains, are we ready for educator effectiveness? What perceptions do the teachers hold about the new process? Next year will be the first year that Racine will be evaluating teachers using the Danielson model. At this time, there are only a handful of teachers piloting the new evaluation tool. Educators statewide are currently being trained on the Danielson model. Currently, under the Racine Union Unified Teachers Contract, teacher evaluations are based solely on classroom observations by principals or assistant principals. Those observations occur 3 to 6 times annually for non-tenured teachers. After completion of the observation, an inventory for teacher improvement is completed. The observation-based inventory is then used to identify areas in need of improvement so struggling teachers can get help through activities like demonstrations, workshops, and more observations. Although this was the system in Racine Unified, it was not a formality, and most principals did not complete the process. In an effort to make a positive change within the district, the Danielson model for evaluation has now been adopted by the Racine Unified School District. The Danielson model calls for teachers to be observed twice annually, while veteran teachers get observed twice every third year. Danielson's framework for teaching identifies aspects of teachers' responsibilities that empirical studies have demonstrated as promoting improved student learning. Because teaching is an extremely complex activity, this framework is useful in laying out the various areas of competence in which professional teachers need to develop expertise. Charlotte Danielson divides the complex activity of teaching into 22 components, clustered into 4 domains of teaching responsibility. 1. Planning and preparation. 2. The classroom environment. 3. Instruction. And 4. Professional responsibilities. The components in Domain 1, Planning and Preparation, outline how a teacher organizes the content of what students are expected to learn. These include demonstrating knowledge of the students, selecting instructional goals, demonstrating knowledge of resources, designing coherent instruction, and assessing student learning. The components of Domain 2, the classroom environment, consist of interactions that occur in a classroom that are non-instructional. These consist of creating an environment of respect and rapport among the students and with the teacher, establishing a culture of learning, managing classroom procedures, managing student behavior, and organizing physical space. The components of Domain 3, instruction, are what constitute the core of teaching, the engagement of students in the learning contest. These include communicating clearly and accurately, using questioning and discussion techniques, engaging students in learning, providing feedback to students, and demonstrating flexibility and responsiveness. The components of Domain 4, professional responsibilities, represent a wide range of a teacher's responsibilities outside the classroom. These include reflecting on teaching, maintaining accurate records, communicating with families, contributing to the school and district, and growing and developing professionally. I interviewed the administrator of one of the schools that I service to get another viewpoint of the evaluation process in our district. She expressed concerns about the existing evaluation model and how vague the categories are. She also mentioned that when she evaluated teachers, she had to establish her own plan because the current tool was lacking specificity. The new system is more specific, so better detail and feedback can be given to the teachers, not just a check and balance system that creates a formality across the district. She believes the Danielson model will help teachers get better at helping students learn. And stated, "It's all about the kids. The kids come first." As difficult as it is to accept change at times, the Danielson model will encourage administrators to look deeper into the performance of their staff to improve learning in their schools. The model allows us to support the continuous growth and development of each teacher by monitoring, analyzing, and applying pertinent data compiled within a system of meaningful feedback. I designed a survey to demonstrate to teachers the positive changes that can occur by utilizing the new rubric to guide effective teaching. Ultimately, teachers do not have a choice in the evaluation process, but the overall perception of the process does not need to be negative. Our students come first, as all of us know by going into this profession. We know that we don't want our students to be disengaged and bored and wondering why they're coming to school. We know that we want them to leave the classroom remembering everything that they've learned. And with this evaluation tool, we can work towards effectively engaging our students, growing and developing professionally, and becoming that grade A super teacher that we all want to be and are, and we shouldn't be scared of. So I leave you with this. In this change that is right before us, how will you grow?